Good morning, everyone. Thank you. My name is Gary Dryden, and I have the privilege of serving as Vice President and CFO here at Jefferson Community and Technical College, as well as the current board chair of the Louisville Medical and Education District, or as we so affectionately call it, LOUMED. On behalf of Dr. Ty Handy, President of Jefferson, I want to welcome you all to our campus. Dr. Handy sends his regrets that he couldn't join us today because he was scheduled to be out of town. Even though I promised him he could sit up front, he didn't. He saw through that and didn't change his travel plans. We're gathered here in our Advanced Manufacturing and Information Technology Center building, a space dedicated to training the current and future generations of advanced manufacturing and IT professionals. Once you hear from our esteemed panel of speakers, you'll understand why this setting is so fitting for this announcement. And without further ado, I will introduce our first speaker. I'd like to bring it to the stage, the outstanding leader of our great city of Louisville, Mayor Craig Greenberg.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to see everyone. It's great that the snow has ended. Hope everyone made it in well, and thanks to our public works folks that are out there salting the streets so everyone can make it to important events like today. And this is going to be a big week in Louisville with new job creation, with new investments. And to start it off right on a Monday morning with this amazing announcement is really, really exciting. It's great to be here with Congressman McGarvey, Congressman Comer, President Ackerson, Councilman Herndon. Thank you all so much for joining us. All of us elected officials are working in so many different ways to continue to support folks investing in our community. And today is a great representation of what happens when we work together towards that end. I mean, it's such an exciting day to welcome GLVUS and celebrate the launch of its new U.S. headquarters and production facility right here in Louisville. We're thrilled, yes. We're thrilled to be the home of GLVUS's first American operation and a place that they chose for a major investment in the future of healthcare supply manufacturing. Now, GLVUS, like many companies, could have located their headquarters anywhere, could have located this manufacturing operation anywhere, but they chose Louisville. Why did they choose Louisville? In large part because of the great work and partnership of LOUMED, a place where education meets innovation and commitment to businesses. GLVUS will provide healthcare products for hospitals right here in Louisville and take advantage of the great training and workforce development right here at JCTC. Plus, it will be able to innovate with researchers and healthcare providers right here to potentially develop its next products that we can also make here in Louisville. As we all know, Louisville is also an incredibly important global logistics and health innovation hub that's delivered investments just like this one all year long. GLVUS joins a wave of global companies choosing to invest and grow right here in Louisville. We know we have one of the biggest multimodal supply chains anchored by UPS Worldport, and companies know that for that reason and more, we are an incredibly important strategic location within the United States or across the world. And people are learning more and more about the highly skilled workforce that we also have here in Louisville with deep expertise in healthcare, manufacturing, and quality control. And now we are building a growing ecosystem of companies that are reshoring products and strengthening America's supply chain. Louisville is taking the lead, and part of that is thanks to this GLVUS investment. We've seen over the past few years how critical medical supplies are. They must be reliable, traceable, and made close to home. And GLVUS, by locating right here in Louisville, will strengthen the national healthcare supply chain and strengthen our healthcare supply for healthcare providers right here in Louisville, around the region, and the entire country. So I want to thank GLVUS's leadership for choosing Louisville when you could have chosen anywhere else. We are so thrilled to have you all here. We're excited to continue partnering with you. As you all have gotten to know the Louisville Economic Development Alliance, Trevor and the entire team, thank you all for your leadership in helping make this investment, this job creation opportunity in Louisville happen. And also like to thank the Kentucky Cabinet for Economic Development, whose support included a $1.6 million performance-based incentive for GLVUS. And finally, thanks again, Naderica, to the board of LOUMED, to everything that you guys are doing. Just open the park, making this a better location to work, to live, to visit, whether you're a patient or anything else, or a student. And now to have more jobs created right here is wonderful. So to GLVUS, welcome home. We're thrilled to have you as part of Louisville. And it's now my great honor to introduce the CEO of GLVUS, Matthew Griffin. Welcome, Matthew. Now, Matthew, before you get started, I know you're in a tough business here.
Yeah.
And here in Louisville, you might need this once or twice. Hopefully not for anyone in Louisville, but when you're dealing with some people around the country or world. So it's my honor to give to you as a welcome to our city, one of our very famous, personalized Louisville Slugger baseball bat. I hope you can just enjoy it for fun.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Welcome, Matthew.
I feel a bit bad now because I got everyone a gift on your seats, but they're actually gloves. Those who are here for the iPhone launch is next week, but I got a bat, so I'm really made up by that. Thank you for that. And I used to, when I was a boy, I used to have a Louisville Slugger bat, one of these mini ones. And now I know the origin of, I've seen this great city and, that museum downtown. It's a real iconic thing. So thank you very much for this gift. I'll definitely treasure it. And hopefully I won't need it for anything else. But I could have done with a snow shovel. We were joking about the weather there and just saying, because I was told it doesn't snow in Louisville, and I could have gone anywhere. We could have gone to Florida, California, but nowhere's as warm as this. And the warm welcome that I've had here throughout the whole entire, as Mayor Greenberg just gave there, really made it for us. And that's why we, without a doubt, thought Louisville's the place to come. How did we end up here? Well, there was a element where we had some friends set up a business here, and they said, if you want to do business, this is a great place to come. We wanted to come into the United States. We wanted to be able to set something up. We wanted to be able to do something special. And then Louisville kind of came on the map. As soon as we were there, the mayor opened his doors. He said, come in. He says, jobs creation's what's really important about things in this city. So what can we do to really help you establish here? And, from that very beginning there, and thank the mayor, KEDFA, for them coming on board with their incentives, the governor's office. Everyone's just been immensely, supporting. The congressman coming here today to support us, what we're doing here. We are an SME, a small, medium-sized enterprise. Initially, we're looking at 100 jobs in the first 4 years. But we want to do more than that. But we also want to be conservative and understand where we're going to be in the marketplace. Now, gloves. They're a thing. I mean, these gloves are different to the TSA ones you may be familiar with or the ones you get from Home Depot. But these are surgeon's gloves. And we're going to make Louisville really the leader in the US for producing these gloves. We're bringing them back on shore because these kind of products have been produced elsewhere for a long number of years. There isn't actually a US manufacturer we know of who's actually producing these. And they're going to be produced right down the street within UPS, which is, one of these other great assets, the reason why we came here to Louisville. I mean, that's something immensely huge to be proud of. I mean, they're the behemoth there, known worldwide. They're going to deliver and make sure that we can deliver on our promises for our customers, which are going to include just beyond the state as well. We've got some good friends who are here today in the front row there from Louisville hospitals, from the wider Kentucky hospitals, who've been great on opening the doors and having the conversation. We're not here to sell. What we're trying to do is kind of find a solution. And this is what the key thing is. Onshoring is a solution to things. Shipping things from far-flung parts of the world just causes supply issues. And so we really believe producing things down the street here is going to be exciting. It's going to be a market-leading product. It's going to be US workforce. We are a US company. We're going to, we're proud Louisville members, local residents and things now. We're proud to be from Kentucky, and we're going to take that elsewhere. So initially, we've got $5 million worth of investment here. We're going to be doing those 100 jobs. We hope to at least double that in the first decade or so. JCTC have been amazing. And, Gary, who welcomed us here. I mean, as soon as I saw this facility, I just, was mesmerized by it, seeing the work space there, being able to get some training on board, to be able to take on local people, and those 100 people we want to be able to bring through, as many as we can through this facility, get them trained here, bring them out to our UPS Worldport location, and be able to get those people in the workforce for fair paid, reasonably paid jobs, going upwards to, management and further things afield with that. So, Louisville, crossroads with everything. If you're a boxer, you're in a great condition being here. We want to contribute definitely to that workforce, the economic momentum around here. So I'll bring that to a close. Any questions about the gloves, you can ask them there. But these are the surgeon's gloves. They turn out sterile. Surgeons use them for all procedures in the medical environment. So unless you're in that environment, you may not have seen them before. But these are a real premium category, and it's a pleasure for us to be able to produce these. They're like the Mont Blanc of gloves. Ours are market leading in Europe, market leading in the United Kingdom, where we have a factory currently, and they're going to be market leading in the United States. So thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthew. Great to have you here. And as we talk about partnerships, you've heard about the partnerships with LOUMED. Of course, the strong partnership between our administration and President Ackerson, Councilman Herndon, and friends of the Metro Council. LEDA, a strong partnership working with other organizations. It's also great to have strong relationships with our federal delegation. And we're thrilled this morning to have our hometown congressman, as well as one from elsewhere in Kentucky, who's also supporting investments here in our state. So please join me in welcoming, first up, Congressman Morgan McGarvey, followed by Representative Congressman Jamie Comer. Congressman McGarvey.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you all for being here today. I just closed my jacket because I noticed I got breakfast on my tie. And this is too fancy an event to spare anything. So thank you guys so much. This is really, really awesome. And there are so many people that made this happen that I think there's two themes of today, right? And that first is partnership. From LOUMED, from the economic development agencies, from the governor's office to the mayor's office to the council, to our incredible business community, to Matthew and Riggs and your team at GLVUS, everyone coming together. And Matthew mentioned the warm welcome you get in Louisville. That's because Louisville, we want people to come here and locate and have and create jobs, right? That's what we want to have happen here. And then there's another thing that goes along with that partnership and that synergy. And to me, the theme is high quality. Right? What we're talking about here is we are talking about a high quality product made right here with high quality training, with a high quality workforce, with high quality partnerships in our state and local government, with high quality world-class logistics, with high quality, that good paying job that allows you to provide for your family. That's what we're talking about here. Everything that GLVUS is doing right here in Louisville, Kentucky is of the highest quality in every phase. It is going to benefit our citizens. It's going to benefit people who want to have jobs. It's going to benefit hospitals around the country who want a product made right here in the United States that they can rely on when they need it most. So this is an awesome, amazing development for Louisville, for our country, for our healthcare system, for every single person who is involved or touched by this in any single way. So this is a really, really great day. And I'm so thrilled, to everybody who made this happen, from JCTC for doing the training, for our economic development boards, for the state and local partners. This is really an incredible day. So thank you guys so much. And you know what they say, if the glove doesn't fit, you must buy a different size from GLVUS right here in Louisville, Kentucky. God, there's not enough Gen Xers in this room. All right, I asked the mayor, I said, Mayor, are you emceeing or do you want me to introduce Congressman Comer? And so I get the opportunity to introduce Congressman James Comer. The mayor said he was from somewhere in Kentucky. I want to say that I've known I've known Congressman Comer a long time, since we worked together in Frankfurt, and now are in Washington together. His home is in the western part of the state, but he certainly gets around. And I will tell you that while he might not be from Louisville, I certainly see him an awful lot in the Louisville airport. So with that, I welcome Congressman Comer to the stage.
Well, thank you, Congressman, Mayor. What a great day for the city of Louisville. What a great day for the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And what a historic day in America. And I will touch upon that. But, as Morgan said, I live in Monroe County, have a place in Frankfurt, but I fly out of the Louisville airport. I fly out of the Louisville airport, so I'm here at least twice a week. I landed last night at 12:30, and so I use the studio here a lot in Louisville, and this is the economic engine for the state, and Louisville's doing what we need in Kentucky to be successful. You're attracting investment, private sector investment, and that's what this is today. When you look at this historic day, I said it's a historic day in America, because the whole objective right now in Washington, with the White House, with the Congress, is an America First agenda. And I say that we want to attract manufacturing back to America. We want to onshore. We've had policies in the past 2 decades at least that have kind of encouraged businesses like GLVUS to locate overseas and to import those products into the United States. But that's changed. We've got to attract private sector investment back to America. We've got to focus on manufacturing things that are critical to our national security. And we saw during COVID, when we don't have medical supplies and they run short, then problems occur. And that's what this is here today. I've done a little research, and I believe this is the first manufacturing company, medical manufacturing company, to locate in the United States, to make this type of medical equipment that's needed for surgeries. And I just want to say thank you for the investment. Riggs, congratulations on all the work that you do to attract investment here in Louisville. This is what it's supposed to be like. When the federal government has policies to try to attract and make it more advantageous to locate in the United States, the state has manufacturing incentives to try to attract good-paying manufacturing jobs. KCTCS, we've made a significant investment around Kentucky to try to train the next generation of workers. And this is absolutely vital to what we're having here today. And then the local level. Mayor Greenberg, you're doing an outstanding job. The Metro Council, you all work together very well. I appreciate that. LOUMED, this is a great accomplishment for you guys. And the local entrepreneurs, that's what it takes. So I'm happy to be here to help celebrate this day. Again, not just for the economic engine for Kentucky, which is Louisville, not just for the Commonwealth of Kentucky, but for America. This is what we want to see in America, and this is the first announcement. This is the first significant healthcare announcement that's being onshored in the United States. It's going to be a great deal for our hospitals. We've read a lot in the papers and seen on TV. There are a lot of changes in healthcare with Medicaid and Medicare, and our hospitals are going to have to be more efficient. And I think this is going to help our hospitals all over Kentucky, all over America, by having a superior product at a lower cost, good paying jobs, investment in Kentucky. This is a great day. So thank you all for the investment. We look forward to working with you. Mayor, keep up the good work. You're winning here in Louisville. Keep winning. But thank you all for having me.
Wow, what great news. Let's give everybody another round of applause, please. And we want to thank you all for coming out and hearing this great announcement. It's going to be great for our city, our region, and our state. And Matt, I'm sure there's more to come. Is that correct? So we look forward to that. Thank you all.